guys, right now I'm switching the scene for my webcam. Woo! Crispy beatboxer.
Go.
Hello Grutka and Mir's Wix. Welcome on the show right now. I'm eating right now and we are just waiting for the players to join. So before they will join, I'm going to try to eat as much as I can because it's my first meal today, okay? So I'm sorry. I was kinda productive today, so I'm sorry about that. Apologize me.
Invincible.
Hello ex-Cowbill bro, welcome on the show. Thank you, bro. I will get more after this match. Yeah, sorry, bro. Let's go. You know, I need to get in a good mood, and this is always getting me into good mood. I'm sorry, bro. Right now, get ready because all players are already on the server. Oh, one disconnected. Blunt disconnected. And now he's joining once again, and we are just waiting on the train for this match to start. KammpGaming against xJudgment. We may see the catcher is warming up with the AWP, and the Boogie and the Blunt both with the AK-47. Boogie and the catcher both are ready. The xJudgment players are going ready. You know, some people like it, some people don't like it. You know, it doesn't matter. But I'm here to broadcast, not to beatbox, so. And the knife round begins within 5 seconds right now. The win is the first guy in the KammpGaming who is going to be on the A side where both teams are heading right now. You may see the two of the terrorists are on the brown train. It's a Blunt who is jumping to the back of the counter-terrorist, and he's taking down the bot like, as well as the Kluzin, so it's just the Blunt, and he's being killed by the Bobber as well as the Boogie, so that's the knife round for the KammpGaming. And the KammpGaming has to decide, and they are deciding to stay on their side. So KammpGaming is going to play on the counter-terrorist side, and the xJudgment are going to play on the terrorists. We may see that the KammpGaming did not even buy the fuse kit, so that they are expecting that the terrorist team is not going to even plant the bomb. Catcher with the smoke and the two flashes is right now throwing them for the A side, and the terrorists are advancing through the pop dog and the main. The Vin is on the fire and he is on 31 health points, and the Boogie is already planting the bomb. Eski and the Bobber kill the Shoe and the Catcher, and it's 5 against 3 right now. The Boogie is holding the angle of the smoke, and right now he's right behind the orange train. And the Bobber is shooting on him. Bobber is taking him out, and it's 4 against 2 right now, and the Blunt on the house. Blunt has been killed by the Win, and it's just the house in the pop dog, where the Eski is right now in the challenge, and the Win as well, and the Win is taking down the house, and that's the first round for the KammpGaming players. We may see that the xJudgment players are playing with 5 times Deagle, and the house is taking down the Win with a nice shot. That's a 4 against 5 right now, and the Bobber is taking down the Shoe. So that's equalized the number. And the Bobber is taking down the Catcher as well, so that's the 1 player advantage. And the Kluzin is taking down the house, so that's a 2 against 4 for the disadvantage of the xJudgment players. And there is a Bobber in another challenge, and he's giving the Blunt the damage of 60 health points. And the Eski is going for the top of the pop dog, and he's running for the stairs through the locker room. And the Kluzin is taking down the Boogie to the head. But the Blunt is killing the Eski, but he is surviving with just 16 health points. Thank you very much for the follow, I more than appreciate that. And the Blunt on the B side right now is just saving the MP9, he's trying to get some distance. But here's the bot like right next to him, and he is taking him down. That's the second round for the KammpGaming, and again 3 survivors. That is really amazing. Oh, last game there were 2 survivors. Okay, sorry. I didn't know that. Or maybe now it were different survivors, right? Sorry. In the house right now, the AK-47 is advancing through the main. We may see that the xJudgment players, the Blunt and the Catcher, both with the SG553, and there are 3 players with the AK-47. The Blunt has been challenged by the Bobber, but the Bobber is not taking him down. The Bodlike is throwing the grenade for the main, and he's hitting the house for 1 health point. And he's holding the angle. And the Win has been challenged by the Shoe, and the Win has just 8 health points. And here's the Eski, who has been given the support by the Win's smoke. And the Bobber in the Ivy right now is going to with the flash. Shoe on the back of the beast right now, preparing for the smoke on the ramp, and he is advancing for the heaven. And the Catcher is going right for the bomb, and the Blunt right in between of the trains in the Ivy is holding the angle. We may see that the Clues with the Scout, Bobber, Win, Eski with the M4A4 and the Botlike with the AUK are going to play against 3 AKs and 2 SGs in the hands of the terrorists. And we may see that terrorists are already advancing for the B side right now. But the Eski seems to be prepared for this. There are smokes being thrown. And the Eski killed the Catcher. As well as he did well damage, but the Win killed the Shoe. As well as the Botlike killed the house. As well as the Bobber killed the Boogie. So it's just the Blunt right now alive who's taking down the Win. And it's 1 against 3. The same trio that survived the last round, by the way. And the Kluzin is taking down the Blunt. It was a really nice play. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. You should be capable of hearing. You should hear me, guys. I'm sorry. Everything should be alright. We may see that the Eski bought an AWP. Bobber and the Kluzin both saved the SG553 and the Botlike with the AUK. And the Win is playing the M4A4. Meanwhile, the xJudgment players are playing with 2 Deagles and 3 P50s. And the Boogie is already rushing through the Pop Dog. But the Botlike is taking him down as well as the house. But it was the Shoe who killed down the Botlike, but the Kluzin refract on the Shoe instantly. So there is a blend right on the all-off spot. And the Kluzin is waiting for his position. But the Blunt is taking him down, so he is upgrading for the SG. But the Bobber is taking him down, and that's the 4th round for the KammpGaming. SQ the AWP, Win and Bobber with the SG553, Kluzin and the Botlike, Bobby the M4A4. Catcher with the AWP, Boogie and the house, Bobby the AK-47, and the Blunt and the Shoe with the SG553. Those are the weapons of both teams, and right now we are going to watch the Blunt who is advancing for the main, and now the Botlike who is throwing the Molotov for the main. Bobber is in the area right now picking up, and he's taking down the house to the head with his SG553, and the Bobber with the KD of 7 is highly the best player in this game. And the Eski is taking down the Shoe with beautiful shot with his AWP. And the Blunt with his flash for the IV is holding the angle. You may see that the Catcher is trying to go through the Ivy. And the Kluzin is right behind the stop sign, and he is holding the angle, and the Eski is on the B. It's a 4 against 3 situation. Catcher with the AWP, Boogie with the AK-47, and the Blunt with the SG553. And the Blunt is going for the bomb. And the Catcher is taking out the Kluzin, so that's a 3 against 3 situation. There are flashes coming in as well as the Molotovs. And the Bobber is taking down the Blunt. And he's waiting for the Catcher right now, and he's taking him down as well, so it's 3 against 1. And the Boogie is taking down the Bobber. So it's Eski and the Botlike, 2 against 1. It's just the Boogie alive right now, and the Boogie is taking down the Botlike. So it's just the Eski, the AWP against the Boogie with the bomb. The Boogie doesn't know about the Eski's position right now. And the Boogie is taking down the SK, so that's the first round for the xJudgment. And the Boogie is saving the AWP so that the team of the xJudgment can go for a decent full buy. And the xJudgment is calling for a first pause. For the first timeout in this game. Okay, so we are back. The timeout, there is only 25 seconds left. SK with the Deagle, Win with the Deagle, Bobber with the Deagle, Closing with the Deagle, and the bot plug with the Deagle. All 5 players from the KammpGaming are playing with the Deagles right now. There, everyone is holding the light armor, and the Win is playing with the defuse skill. We may see that the Closing is saving the money. On the side of the xJudgment, there is a Boogie with the AK-47, Blunt with the Gallo, House with no buy, and the Catcher who is going to pick up the AWP from the ground. The House right now is buying 2 grenades, it seems. And the Shoe is buying the Gallo. The House is doing the same thing, so that we can see that there are 3 Gallows, 1 AK in the Boogie's hands, and the Catcher with the AWP. Boogie is right now going for the B, as well as the 3 of his teammates, as well as the 2 of his teammates. Right now the Catcher is taking down the Bobber as well as the bot like, so that's those are 2 open frags for the terrorist team, and the Win is taking down just the Blunt. And the Catcher has been killed by the Win as well, so that's the double kill for this player. And it's a 3 against 3 situation, but the Win is on the very close range with the Boogie right now. And the Boogie is taking down the Win. Now there's the flashbang coming in, and the Shoe has been flashed, so he's backing off. And the Clutin is advancing, but the Shoe is taking him down, so that's just the SK right now alive. Who is going upwards through the pop dog, and the House is waiting for the SK's position. And the SK is taking down the House. The Boogie is right now planting right behind the bomb train, and the Shoe is on the top of the blue train, and he's holding the pop dog off, but right now he went down through the ladder, so he didn't see the SK to run through. And the SK is on a very close range with this player, and SK is taking him down, so it's a 1 against 1 situation. And the SK is going for the AWP. But the SK has no defuse kit, so that he's just standing away, and he's saving the AWP, as well as the Boogie is going to save the AK-47. And that's the second round for the xJudgment players. The SQ, the AWP, and the rest of the KammpGaming players are playing with the M4A4. The xJudgment players, the Catcher with the AWP, but the rest of his teammates with the AK-47. Those are the weapons, and the Boogie is already taking down the Win. But the Cluzin is refragging on the Blunt, as well as the Bobber killed the Boogie. But the Catcher killed the Bobber, as well as the Shoe killed the Cluzin. So it's a 3 against 2 right now, just the Bot-like and the SK against the Catcher, Shoe, and the House. There are grenades and utilities being thrown for the connector. And the Catcher is being called an angle, and he spots down the SK so that he is backing off with his AWP towards the main. Eski is right nearby the second tunnel, as well as the bot like is in the first one, and the Eski is holding the pop dog tunnel, a pop dog angle, and he's watching the side as well. But here is the bot like already advancing, and the house is taking him down, so that's a 3 against 1 situation, and the Eski is probably just going to save his weapon. And the house gave him a headshot that was a ridiculous shot, I would say. And there is a third round on the side of the xJudgment. Eski is playing with the AWP, and the rest of his teammates are playing with the 3 Deagles and 1 P250 and the 2 flashes. The Eski on himself is holding just the flash and the grenade and the defuse kit. The terrorists, meanwhile, there's a catcher with the AWP, Shoe, Boogie, and he has with the AK-47, and there is a Blunt with the Mac-10 as well. The Eski is right now running away, but he is not going to survive very long, and the Blunt is taking him down. And the Bobber has taken down the Shoe. And the Blunt killed the bot like, so it's a 2 against 4 situation. Bobber and the Kludzin. And the Bobber is trying to take down the Boogie, but the Boogie killed him, so it's just the Kludzin who has been taken down by the house. And it's a 4-4 right now already. And the game has been tied. And now, right now, it's 9th round. And it's like a 0-0. It's a tight situation. Both teams with the full buy. The terrorists with the advantage of having enough money for another full buy. The Blunt is hitting the leg of the Bobber, and he is throwing the grenade for his position. And the Bobber survived his own with a single health point. And the catcher is taking down the SK on the B. But the wind killed the house, so it's a 4 against 4 right now. And the catcher in the pop dog is throwing the grenade as well as his teammate. And the catcher killed the Bobber. It's a 4 against 3 situation. The catcher is advancing through the pop dog. And the Shoe has been killed by the bot like. There is a win on a close range, and he's being killed by the catcher. And the Blunt is killing the bot like, so it's just the Kludzin right now alive. Who is still on the B side, and the terrorists are slowly going for the A, and they are planting the bomb right now. It's the Boogie who is planting on the back side of the bomb side from the counter-terrorist side. Those sides are beautiful, guys. The Kludzin in the connector right now is holding the angle of the side. He's cut off by the smoke, and he has a defuse kit on his equipment so that he can defuse this bomb. But the bomb is still ticking, and ticking. And the Boogie is taking down the Kludzin, and that's the 5th round for the xJudgment team, guys. And we may see there's the Eski with the CZ75, Win, Bobber, and the Kludzin, all 3 with the Deagles, and the bot like with the Dual Berettas. There are 3 grenades and 1 flash as well, and the grenades are giving a great amount of damage to terrorists. Catcher, Boogie, and the Shoe, all 3 killed at least 1 counter-terrorist. And the Eski is taking down the house, but the Blunt killed the Eski. So just the Kludzin right now alive, who is taking down the catcher. And the Blunt is planting the bomb for the oil train. And the Kludzin is going for the save. That's real astonishing. Okay, that's beautiful play. That's a brain play, and you know, we have no money, so that I'm going to just save the AWP. So we can save some for utilities. That's great. Yeah, because only the bot like would have money for the EWP, but without utilities. And like that, oh man, that was so smart. This was a real, I would call it the smartest move I've seen. From like, you know, like, I don't know how to say, like, smartest save. Smartest save. I would call it smartest save. In this tourney so far. The SK and the win, both the AWP, Bobber and the closing in the M4A4, bot like with the AUK. Catcher with the AWP, Boogie with the AK-47, as well as the rest of the terrorist players, and the SK is taking down the Blunt as well as the Shoe. And he did not kill the house. So it's a 4 against 3 right now. But the bot like is taking down the Boogie on the A. And the Catcher is killing down the win. But the Bobber is right on the top of his head, and he's taking down the Catcher. But the house is staying in the smoke. And the Bobber is taking him down through the smoke, so that he's going to defuse this bomb. And 3 of the KammpGaming players, the same trio like in a second round, are surviving once again. And they are saving 2 AWPs for their AWP players, you know, for their team. The Bobber is really in the beast mode today. You can see that the Bobber is still the best fragging player in this game, even though the xJudgment is winning by 1 round. The Bobber is still doing a great job in this game right now. And the bot like is taking down the Catcher. And the Bobber killed the Boogie. But the Shoe threw the grenade and he killed the Bobber. So it's a 4 against 3 right now. And the bot like is throwing the flash for the IV, and he doesn't know about the house right now. And right now the house is taking down the bot like. So there's a smoke coming in, and the Shoe with the bomb is going through the IV. No, the terrorists are setting themselves up for the A smokes. And the SK is holding the IV tunnel. The closing killed the Blunt, but the Shoe killed the closing, but the Win killed the house. So it's just the Shoe right now, 1 against 2. SK and the Win both with the AWPs, and the Shoe is standing in the smoke. And the SK is missing his shot. And the Shoe is going to make it for a plant. Bomb has been planted, and the SK is going through the ladder top. And the back of the B, and right now he's on the ramp. And the Shoe has been killed by the SK. And so that the SK is going to defuse the bomb. And that's the 6th round for the KammpGaming, and once again the game has been tied. Score has been equalized. The Blunt is right now going for the main with the Deagle, and you may see that the rest of the xJudgment players are playing with the Mech 10s. The Boogie is right now in the pop dog, and the Win is throwing the grenade there. But the Boogie didn't receive a hit, and the SK is holding the ramp angle. The xJudgment players are right now starting the A execution, and the Bobber behind the electric box is taking down the Blunt. But the Shoe is instantly refragging on him. And the Win has been taken down by the Boogie as well, so there are smokes being thrown, and the bomb has been planted very soon. Bomb is going... Oh, the bomb is still sitting in the main. So the terrorists are wasting the time with the bomb. The house took down the Clusian, but the bot like killed the boogie, and the terrorists are still not with the bomb on the side, so that the bot like has been killed by the house, and it's just the SQ right now. But he has the AWP and he is on the side, and he took down the catcher. And the bomb is still not ticking. The SQ took down the house, and it's just the shoe right now, who is running for his life. And he is going for the Ivy right now. That is a really smart move. And we can see that the shoe is right now planting the bomb, and the SK is advancing through the connector. And the shoe is winning this challenge, and the xJudgment team is taking the 7th round in this game. And the shoe took down the Bobry and the Eski, and it's a 5 against 2 situation. It's just the bot like, and the Clusian has been killed by the house, and the bot like has been killed by the boogie, and it's the 8th round for the xJudgment players. That was a really astonishing round right now. The bobber killed the boogie right now, and it's a 5 against 3 situation. And the terrorists are planting the bomb right now, and the SK is throwing the grenade for B side. The house is in the smoke right now, and the blunt is waiting on the side. The Clusian is taking down the blunt, so it's a 2 against 5. Sorry. And the catcher killed the Clusian. But the SK killed the catcher, and here's the house, who is taking down the SK and the win, but the bobber killed him. So the bobber is with enough time defusing the bomb, and that's the 7th round for the KammpGaming. 8-7. That is a really wild half, I would say. Okay, and right now we are going for the second half. We may see that the... Okay, nothing, nobody bought anything, so I'm sorry guys, we can see nothing. So the SK bought the smoke and the 2 flashes, as well as the Win bought the smoke, as well as the Closing bought the smoke and the 1 flash. The bot like bought the Molotov and the smoke, and the Win bought a flash. That's great. You may see that the KammpGaming players are going to play with the utilities. I'm really glad to see that. And on the opposite side, the xJudgment players, there's the blunt with the diffuser and the smoke. I believe that is great as well. And right now there is an execute being thrown. And the terrorists are meanwhile advancing on the B. And the blunt is taking down the Win. And the bobber is planting the bomb. Here's a shoe on the right of the ladder. And the SK has been killed by the shoe. So it's a 5 against 3 situation. And the bobber already planted the bomb. The bot like is running for the top of the heaven. And he is taking down the blunt. But here is the catcher on the old train. But he jumped down, so the boogie needs to go for his position. And the bot like and the catcher are both double clicking right now. There is a molotov being thrown for the bomb. But the smoke has been there as well, and the boogie is going to make the defuse. And that's the ninth round for the xJudgment players. We may see that the Khlusin and the SK both bought the Mach 10, Bobber with the Deagle, and the bot like with the Mach 10, as well as the win and the Bobber. So 5 times Mach 10 against the Scout, 2 UMPs and the 2 FAMASes. And the terrorists are going very fast for the B right now. And the house is taking down the bot like, but the Khlusin killed the blunt. And the Khlusin is very fast advancing. And he is taking down the catcher, but he really hit down the house. Then the Bobber is taken down. But the boogie killed the Bobber, so it's a 2 against 2. Shu and the boogie against the SK and the win. And the boogie is hitting the win, and the win is planting the bomb on the bomb train. And the Shu is missing his shot on the win, and the win is dealing the damage of the 20 health points to the boogie. And the boogie has been killed by the win, and the Shu has been killed by the SK, and that's the 9-8 situation. Sorry, it's 9-8 for the xJudgment. The team xJudgment is winning by the 1 round right now. And we may see that the win is playing with the SG553, SK with the Mach 10, Bobber with the FAMAS, and the Khlusin with the AK. The bot like bought the UMP. And the Bobber is right now throwing the flash for the A, and they are both already advancing. Bobber has been taken down by the boogie's Deagle. That was a beautiful shot that has been made, and the Shu hit the SK as well as the win. And the grenade hit the SK very hard, so that the SK needs to run escape with the bomb. And the win killed down the Shu right now, so it's a 4 against 4 situation. And the SK is trying to jump away. And he's leaving the bomb on the win's position. And the bot like is taking down the catcher, so that's a 4 against 3 situation. And the boogie is taking down the win. And he is hitting the Khlusin for a really big amount of health points. And the blunt is killing down the SK. And the bot like received a huge amount of hits. And the blunt is taking him down, so it's just the Khlusin right now, 1 against 2. Boogie and the blunt against the Khlusin. And the Khlusin is alone on the bomb side end, and he's going to plant the bomb. He's going through the second tunnel right now towards the counter-terrorist spawn. And the boogie meanwhile is spotting that nobody is on the A side. And the blunt is going into the connector. The blunt spots the Khlusin, and he's taking him down, so that's the 10th round for the xJudgment players. Shu with the M4, Boogie with the SG553, House with the M4A4, Blunt with the AK-47, and Catcher with the MP9. Those are the weapons of defenders of the sides. And on the opposite side there is the SQ with the Scout, and there are 4 Mach 10s in the hands of the KammpGaming players. And the counter-terrorists are using their utilities on the A side, but meanwhile the terrorists are rushing for the B. But here is the Blunt with the amazing spray down, who is taking down 2 of the players, Bobber and the Khlusin. And he's switching for the Deagle very fast. And right now he's already right behind the Great Rain, and he's taken down the bot like. So that's a 3rd kill for this beautiful player, and the Shu took down the win as well. So it's just the SQ right now alive. Who has been killed by the Blunt, and there is a defuse that the Shu is going to make. And the Blunt with the quadra kill is winning the round for the xJudgment team. There are 5 Deagles in the hands of the KammpGaming players. And there is one AK-47, one SG-553, two M4A4s, and one MP9 in the hands of the counter-terrorist team. And the house killed down the bomber, and the Cruisin killed the catcher to the head with his deagle. And right now there is a Molotov being thrown for the main, and the SK is going for the bomb, and he's waiting for his teammates to get on their position. And the Boogie killed the bot like, but the SK killed the shoe, so that's a 3 against 3 situation. And the SK is already backing off towards the B. And the Cruisin meanwhile on the end is advancing through towards the connector, and he's going for the M4. And then he's backing off towards the pop dock, and he's going to support the SK on the B. The SK is giving the bomb to the Cruisin so that the terrorists can go plant the bomb. And there is just the blend on the B side right now. And the blunt is taking down the SK. And there is the Boog who is taking down the win. There is a Cruisin who is planting the bomb already, but there is a Molotov that has been formed by the blunt. And the blunt is taking down the Cruisin so that he's going to defuse the bomb pretty soon. And the xJudgment is going to win their 12th round very soon. Right after the defuse, the xJudgment are going to receive their 12th round, and the KammpGaming are going to lose by the 4 rounds difference. Bobber with the AK-47, Vin with the SG-553, SQ with the 553, with the SG-553, Cruisin on the bot like with the AK-47. Those are the weapons that are going to help the KammpGaming make a change in this match, in the score. And the Bobber is dealing the damage of 30 health points towards his teammate, and he by himself is jumping through the blue terrain, and the house is taking down the Cruisin. That is a really aggressive play made by the terrorists, and the shoe is taking down the SK. And the catcher is taking down the Bobber. And here's the Boogie who killed the bot like, so that the xJudgment players are having an advantage of the 4 players at this round. And the win has been killed by the Boogie, and that's the 13-8 right now. SK, Bobber, Cruisin on the bot like, all 4 players with the Deagles, and the win with the P250. Meanwhile on the opposite side, the xJudgment players are holding 2 AWPs, 2 AK-47 and 1 SG-553. And the shoe is already taking down the Bobber. And here's the SK with the pick on the blind, and he's dealing him a great headshot. And he's almost taking down the catcher as well, and the catcher with only 2 health points is backing off on the B side, and the Boogie with the headshot on the bot like is taking him down. The SK is already spotting down the house in the connector as well as the shoe, but the shoe is taking down the SK, and the house is taking down the Cruisin. So just the win right now alive, who is going for the bomb. And he has the P250 in his hands. And the house already spot the win, and he is taking him down, so that's the 14th round for the xJudgment. And you may take a look at there are going to be almost the same. Okay, the shoe and the catcher with the catcher with a double kill on the win, and the Bobber, that is ridiculous. The house is taking down the Cruisin, and it's already the situation 2 against 5. And the house is taking down the SK as well, and it's just the bot like right now on the B side who is going to try to make a difference in this match. The bot like right now is on the B. And the house is taking down the bot like, and that's the 15th round for the xJudgment. And the xJudgment team is going for their first match point. Okay, and the Bobber is right now advancing fast, as well as the bot like towards the A side, and the bot like is taking down the catcher. That's a first open frag for the terrorist team, and the house already has been hit down for 49 health points. And the bot like is advancing, and he's taking down the house as well as the closing kill the shoe, but the blunt is taking down the closing, but the bot like killing down the blunt, and it's just the boogie 1 against 4 right now, but the boogie knows about the bomb, and the boogie is taking down the win. The boogie with the AK-47 right now is going to defend the bomb's position, and he's going to prevent 3 of the terrorists to go there and pick it up. And the boogie killed down the bot like. And the win is going back towards the game, and the KammpGaming is winning their 9th round, and the xJudgment did not use their first match point. And the catcher and the house is taking down the bot leg and the closing, and that's the last round. And we may see that the xJudgment players are winning 16-9, and the ad is going to start right now. Oh, I'm on the right server as well, that's nice. Displayed on the same server, that's great. Okay, right now we are waiting for the broadcast to start. Right now we are waiting for the players to join and we are going to watch the Dust 2 right now. Alza was CMR and Kuloko and the Chomi against the Lukes, Sibul, and Nautic. Both teams are ready on the servers and we are going to wait just for the match to start. Okay, right now we are waiting for the both teams to get ready. It's just Luxi who is not ready right now. And the warm-up is going off and the knife round is starting right now. On the side of the team SimplyCS, there is a Wins, Luxi, Cbulwi, CZ, and the Nautic. On the side of the team 1, there is a Chomi, Kyuloku, Siemanek, Vas, and Yalza. Both teams are heading for the long right now, and the Siemanek is the first one to make the contact. And he's going backwards for the Kyuloku's position. And the whole terrorist team is running off from the long doors. And they are waiting for the counterists to come. The terrorist team right now is running away and they are going through the short towards the long. And that has been kind of long knife round, but the action is coming in right now and we may watch that the Siemanek is running for the wins and he is taking him down. But the Nautic is refragging right now and we may watch that the Nautic has been killed by the Chomi and the team 1 is winning the knife round. And the team 1 has decided to stay right now, so we are going to watch the team SimplyCS on the counterist side and the team 1 on the side of the terrorist team. Chceš tu? Ty jsi dole, hej, úplně, na náměstí. Na návsi. No, musíš jít zpátky, tady není ulice. Zpátky nahoru. Ano? And we may see that team 1 is winning the first round and the terrorists are going with the 5 times Mac 10 right now. I'm not sure if you can see. Oh, you can see the surprise. Sorry guys. The CJ is taking down the double clone, the Siemanek and the Alsa. And the Lucy is taking down the Chomi and the Lux threw down the Wasp, but the Kyuloku killed the CJ. So it's just the Kyuloku 1 against 4 right now and he has the bomb. But he is 1 against 4, so he needs to play patiently. He's advancing for the bomb right now and he's going to wait right behind the smoke. And here's the Winds behind him and the Kyuloku is taking him down. He's advancing for the tunnels right now. And the Nautic is not spotting him and the Kyuloku is going for the terrorist spawn. And he's going to wait for the counterists to go right around him. the Q-Loco right now in the Mech-10 is going through the lower tunnels, and the Lux is taking him down, and it's the first round for the team SimplyCS. The Lux and the Nautic saved the MP9, the Seabull saved the Mech-10, and he dropped it to the winds, and the Seabull by himself bought the FAMAS. The team 1 right now is playing with 4 times a Deagle and 1 times a P250, and they are going straight for the long right now. And they are leaving the bomb on the T-spawn. Oh, they are going for the top of the middle. And then the Lux has been challenged by the CMANEC. And here is the Winds who is taking down the Vaz. The Nautic and Winds are both on the short. The CMANEC is picking down and he's taking the Nautic. But the CZ killed the Q-Loco and the Chomi, and the Winds killed the CMANEC. So right now it's just the Winds, and the Elsa has been killed by him. So that's a 2 against. That's a 2 points for SimplyCS and 1 point for a team 1. I'm sorry, guys. Nice. The Lux with the Scout, CZ with the M41S, and the Nautic with the M41S, Seabull with the FAMAS, and the Winds with the MP9. The terrorists on the other side are going to play again with 4 times a Deagle and 1 times a Glock. You may see that the terrorists are right now on the shore and they are going for the middle. Where just the CZ is in the doors right now. He's taking down a triple kill. Q-Loco, Alza and the Chomi. But the CMANEC is taking down this shooter. And the Was is going with the bomb through the window towards the B side, where he's going to plant the bomb in the corner. By my opinion, that wasn't the smartest plan that he could have done. But the Was is right now jumping for the window. And he is going to be surprised by how many counter-terrorists are there. The Nautic is already taking down the CMANEC, and it's just the West who has been killed by the Winds. And the 4 of the counter-terrorist players are right now surviving this round, and they are defusing the bomb. And you may see that the Team 1 players are playing with 4 SG553 and 1 times an AK-47 in the Chomi's hands. The counter-terrorists on the other hand, there is a Lux with the AWP and the Q-Loco who already killed the Winds. The Nautic with the M41S and the CZ with the M4A4 Seabull with the FAMAS. The Seabull has been killed by the Q-Locus. SG553 once again, there is a second kill for this player. And the flash has been thrown, and the Nautic with a double kill on the Q-Loco and the Was. But the Elsa refragged on him instantly. So it's a 2 against 3 right now. Lux and the CZ, 2 against 3. CMANEC and the Elsa with the SGs and the Chomi with the AK-47. Against the Lux with the AWP and the CZ with the M4A4. The CZ is taking down the Elsa. And he's challenging the Chomi right now. And he's taking down him as well. And it's just the CMANEC and the Lux right now. And the Lux has the smoke. So he can try for a ninja defuse. And he is defusing. And he defused the bomb. So that CMANEC is waiting behind the smoke. And he's going to save his weapon. The team SimplyCS is right now winning their fourth round. Only the CMANEC who saved the SG553 is right now going for the open frag. But the Nautic threw the Molotov there, who hit the Elsa very hard. The Seabull right now is taking the Elsa on the long, and the Winds is taking down the Q-Loco. As well as the Nautic is taking down the Chomi. So it's a 2 against 4 right now, and the whole counter-terrorist team is already on the A side. CZ has a really impressive ADR in those 5 rounds, 186. The Lux is throwing the Molotov for a shot, and the CZ is spotting down the Siemanek, and the Lux is taking him down. That was an amazing shot, and the West has been killed by the CZ. And that's the 5th round for the team SimplyCS. The Yaza is throwing 2 flashes for the long, and this is the West with the flashes as well. And the terrorists are right now rushing for the long, and they are advancing slowly right after they went through the long doors. And the CMN with the Waz are jumping right into the pit, and the CZ from on the B side is throwing the Molotov for the tunnels where the Q Loco is. It seems like an unbeatable wall, but the Siemanek is brokening on the Cebu. And the Lux right now on the middle is holding the middle doors, and none of the terrorists has been spotted. Two flashes and smokes are coming for the A side, and the terrorists are advancing for the A. The Notik killed Yalsa, but Yalsa killed the Winds, as well as the Q Loco killed the Notik. But here was the Lux with the AWP who killed the Q Loco. But the Siemanek is right behind the Lux. And the Siemanek is taking down the Lux. So it's just the CZ right now alive on the shore, who has been killed by the Chomi's M41S, and it's the 2nd round for the team 1. The flash has been thrown by the Q Loco, and the Was is going for the Cebu. Was won that challenge, and it's a 5 against 4 situation right now. And he's throwing the flash to support his teammates' advance, and it was the Q Loco who was peeking the long right now. But he has seen no one. Here's the Siemanek with the Molotov on the left side of the tunnel entrance for the B. The Lux took down the Was through the middle doors. And it's a 4 against 4 right now. The Sionic is throwing the smoke for the city, and the Notik is holding his position. The Sionic has been killed by the Notik, and so that the counter's team has the position of the bomb. And the Q-Lock could kill down the Winds. But the Q-Lock spots the Notik as well, and he's taking him down. So that's the 3 against 2 right now. The terrorists picked the bomb up. And there is the CZ with the M4A4 and the Alsa who killed the Lux through the doors. But the CZ is refragging on the Alsa, so that's a 1 against 2 situation. The CZ is going through the short with the AWP in his hands. And the CZ is taking down the Q-Loku. And the CZ is taking down the Chomi as well, so that the CZ is winning the round for the team SimplyCS. And the CZ is showing us a beautiful play. That is an incredible triple kill. And he is the most performing player so far in this game right now. The terrorists are advancing through the long doors, and there's a Kyuloku with the flash for the Yasa, and Yasa is picking, but he received the flash by the Kyuloku. Notik is meanwhile missing his grenade, and the Chomi on the top of the middle is on the T-spawn is holding the middle. Where the Lux is hidden right behind the doors. The boss is spotting down the Lux, and he's taking him down. So that's an open frag for the team 1. And the Was is jumping for the shot where the Winds is waiting right now. And the Winds is taking him down, so that's a 4 against 4 situation. The Sebul is killing the Kyuloku, but the Alza is instantly refragging. The Notik is already on a close range, and the Alza is taking him down. But the Winds is taking down the Sionik, as well as the Alza, and the CZ is taking down the Chomi. So that's the 7th round for the team SimplyCS. The team SimplyCS with 1 AWP in the Luke's hands wins with the SG553, Sebul and the CZ Boy the M41S and Notik with the Famous. On the opposite side there is the Kyuloku with the Galil, Alsa with the SG553 and the rest of the terrorist team with the AK-47. The Notik is throwing the smoke for the short and he's advancing for the short's position for the catwalk. And he's taking down the Alsa thanks to the grenade that he threw. And the Kyuloku on the outside long is going for the top of the middle. And the Lux is taking down the Chomi right behind the middle box. There's a flash being thrown by the Kyuloku and the both terrorists are advancing for the short. And the Notik has been killed by the CMANEX, so that's a 3 against 4 situation. And the Kyuloku is advancing for the B. And the Kyuloku is taking down the Winds. So here is just the Lux right now on the A, as well as there is a Sebul on the long right now. The CMANEX is planting the bomb and the Sebul is throwing the Molotov for the A side. And the CZ is taking down the CMANEK, and the CMANEK killed the Sebul. And the CZ killed the Kyuloku, so that's the 8th round for the team SimplyCS right after the defuse. And the team 1 is using their first timeout. We may see the team equipment value is almost the same like the team money of the team 1. I mean on the SimplyCS. And only 3 players have bought. That's not surprising, but not good. We may see that team 1 is going for a full buy. The Chomi, Kyuloku and the Alza, all 3 players with the AK-47 and the CMANEK and the Was with the SG553. On the opposite side, the Lux with the AWP as always, Sebul with the M4A4, CZ with the SG553 and the Notik with the M41S. The Winds has not bought yet, but I believe that he will buy pretty soon because the timeout is running out. The Lux has thrown the smoke for the tunnels, and we are watching the Chomi right now on the outside of the long, and he is going to advance through the long doors, where just the Sebul is in the pit. Meanwhile, the terrorists are on the short right now. There is the Kuloku and the Siemanek prepared for the A advance, and the outside is throwing the smoke for the middle. And the terrorists are right now slowly advancing for the A side. The Siemanek is throwing the Molotov for the A. And the terrorists are rushing through. The Vas is taking down the CZ, but the Lux is taking him down. The Chomi killed the Sebul and Noti killed the Kuloku. But the Siemanek killed the Winds and the Chomi killed the Notik, so that there is a situation 1 against 3. It's just the Lux with the AWP against the 1 SG and the 2 AK-47s. And we may see that the Lux is going for the save, so that the Team 1 is going to win their third round right now. The Alza is sitting right behind the Sedan. And he is going for the underway towards the city spawn. And he's upgrading the Glock for the USP. And we may see that the Lux is on the terrorist spawn, where none of the terrorists is heading right now. Oh, we may see that Siemanek and the Alsa are going for the terrorist spawn, but you know, there is no time to get there. So the Lux saved the AWP, and we may see that the economy on the SimplyCS side is not pretty good. So that means that the Team 1 is really capable of winning another round. We may see that the Wins is only saving money as well as the Lux, but the Notik is playing with the Deagle, Sebul with the CZ as well as the CC. And there are short boosts coming in. Sebul and the CC are right now boosted on the short as well as the Notik. The counterists are hidden right behind the smoke, and the terrorists are slowly preparing themselves to advance for the B. There are flashes and smokes being thrown, and the Sionic is advancing for the window where he killed the Lux, as well as the CZ, as well as the Asa killed the Chomi, it was his teammate, and the Sionic killed the last one alive, the Sebul, it was a slaughter in the middle, and the Team 1 is winning their 4th round. Oh. I think I forgot to change the name, right? Of the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. The Asa is right now advancing through the short, and the Siemanek is taking down the Sebul. And it's just the CZ right now on the A side. And the Elsa is taking him down, but the CZ survived the 4 health points and the Vas killed him. So it's a win on the long with the P250, and the Notik, who has been killed by the Vas on the short. Lux is on the short as well, and he's been killed by the Chomi. So it's the Alsa against the Wins, and the Alsa is winning this challenge, and the team SimplyCS did not win a 3rd round in a row. Kuloku, Siemanek and the Was as well as the Alsa, those 4 players are playing with the SG553, and just the Chomi is playing with the AK-47 in the Team 1. And on the side of the team SimplyCS, you may see that the Lux with the Scout, Wins with the M4A4, Noti with the AUK, and the CZ and the Sebul both with the FAMAS. The Siemanek has been killed by the Notik on the middle, and the terrorists are going to advance for the B side. The CZ killed the Alsa, but the Chomi is almost instantly refragged, and that's a 4 against 3 situation right now, and the Was is about to plant the bomb. There's a smoke in the window right now, and the Chomi is holding off the tunnels, but the Winds is taking him down, so it's a 3 against 2 situation. And the Q-Loco is hidden behind the hay bales. And the Luke's killed the Wasp, so it's a 9th round for the team SimplyCS right after the defuse. This is going to be the last round of the first half. The Sebel with the SG553, Notic with the SG553, Lux with the AWP, CZ with the M4A4, and the Winds with SG553 as well. On the opposite side, there is a Chomi with the AK-47, Siemane with the AWP, Yuloku, Was, and Yaza, all 3 players with the SG553. So I would say that the SG553 is a very favorite weapon, I would say, or you know, it's pretty common weapon in, I would say, past 2 months. I don't really know why, but you know, many people are using it. I do by myself as well. I don't know why. Isn't that a back using? Not sure. The CMANEC is starting out the A execution. The smokes and molotovs are being thrown, and the Chomi is advancing for the Sebul's position, but the Sebul is taken him down, but the Alsa killed the Notic meanwhile on the A side. But here is the Winds who is taking down the CMANEC, and the CZ who killed the Wasp, but the Alsa is taking down the Winds. And it's the Sebul who is taking down the Alsa, so it's just the Q-Loco right now alive. 1 against 3, and the Q-Loco has been killed by the Sebul, and that the team SimplyCS is right after the defuse going to receive their 10th round. The CZ after 15 rounds is still with the ADR of 130 and KD2. He is really ridiculous. He is in a beast mode in this match, as far as we can see. When we compare him to the others, there is no one even close to 100 ADR. Maybe the CMANEC with the 84 or the Notic with the 85. There is only 4 seconds left, and we are going to switch the sides. And the swap of the team has happened, and we are going to watch the team SimplyCS in the terrorists team and the team 1 in the counterist side. The Q-Loco with the CZ and the flash in his hands, and the Chomi with the 2 flashes and the 1 defuse kit, as well as there is a P2000 if I'm right? The P2000 in the hands of the Chomi, and the rest of the team 1 players are playing the light armor. On the opposite side, the SimplyCS players, there is a Winds with the smoke and the flash, and the Notic with the molotov and the smoke. The Chomi on the A ramp is on the bomb side A right now, and he's holding off the long. The Chomi is throwing the flash for the shot, as well as there's going another one. And the turrets are slowly going for the A side by the split from the short and the long. And the CMANEC is taking down the CZ, and the Notic killed down the Chomi, and the Sebul killed the CMANEC, but the Alsa killed the Lux, and the Notic is refragging on the Alsa. So it's a 3 against 2 for the advantage of the SimplyCS. And the Q-Loco right now on the short is being killed by the Sebul. And the Sebul is upgrading for the CZ of the Kuloku, and he killed the Waz with it. So it's the 11th round for the team SimplyCS. And the team 1 really should start playing, otherwise they're going to get humiliated by the team SimplyCS. The Wins, Sebo and the Nautic, all 3 players with the Mach-10. Lukes and the CZ with the UMP-42. Meanwhile, the counter-terrorists on the long in the 3 players. The Sebo with the Mach-10 is dropping the bomb on the barrel, on the top of the middle. And the Chomi with the Kuloku are both advancing through the long doors, where 2 of the terrorists are waiting right now. The Kuloku has been killed by the Lukes, but the Chomi killed the Lukes as well as the Nautic. Those were 2 beautiful headshots. And the Siamanek is taking down the Wins, so that's just the CZ and the Sebul against the Was, Alza and the Chomi. And the CZ is taking down the Chomi. So it's a 2 against 2 right now. The Vas is on the T-ramp and he is spotting down the Sebul. So he's throwing the grenade and he's hitting the Sebul. And he's killing him down, but the CZ killed the Was. So it's a 1 against 1. It's the Alsa against the CZ right now. Alsa with the Mach-10 and the CZ with the UMP. And the Alsa is waiting for the CZ. For the CZ. And the CZ is rushing for the A right now. And the CZ has been hit hard. And he's going to plant the bomb really soon. And the Alsa has been killed by the CZ, so that's the 12th round for the team SimplyCS. And the CZ with the quadra kill is again proving us how great player he is. The Alsa has been hit by the CZ's AWP through the doors, but only for 33 health points. And so that the Alsa is smoking the mid doors. And the Chomi on the long A is backing off through the A ramp towards the bomb site A. And the Was is holding the tunnels with the scout in his hands. The terrorists are waiting on the mid lane. Right now there is a mid execution coming in. And the Alsa has been killed by the Sebul. So the CZ is throwing the smoke for the middle as well as there is a flash coming in and the CZ is advancing for the middle. The CZ killed the Chomi. And the Vaz has been killed by the Wins and so that the team SimplyCS is advancing with the 5 players towards the B side. 5 against 2. The Siamanek is taking down the Sebul, but he received a damage of 37. And here is the Nautic who has been killed by the Siamanek, and the Siamanek is upgrading for the AUK. And the Siamanek has been killed by the CZ. Simply love, simply life. Okay, Zniku. Oh, Zneku, sorry. Team Zone, go SimplyCS. Yeah, bro, go SimplyCS. The SimplyCS are playing very good, I would say. The Lukes with the AWP, Wins and the Sebul with the Mach-10, CZ and the Nautic both with the AK-47, and the CZ received a hit from the Lukes for 36 health points. The Nautic, meanwhile, the bomb is going for the top of the middle. And he's going straight for the CJ's position, and he's going to pick up the short where the Kyuloku has been, and the no-tick gave him a damage of 54. And the grenade dealt a great amount of damage to both players, Chomi and the Kyuloku. Sibul and the no-tick killed them down, and that's the 13. That's the 5-2 situation. Thanks to that, the Winds killed the West. But the Alsa killed the Lukes on the top of the middle, and he's advancing through the short right now with a Deagle in his hands. And he's challenging the Sebul, and he's taking him down, so it's a 2 against 3 situation. And the Siamanek with the AWP in his hands is going to try to win this situation. But the Alsa has been killed by the no-tick, and the Winds killed the Siamanek, so that's the 14-5 right now. There is a 5 times an AK-47 in the team on the team of the team SimplyCS, and there is a 5 times an AK-47 on the team SimplyCS, and on the opposite side there are 3 AWPs or 2 right now. Thanks to that, the Chomi has been killed by the CZ. This was a slaughtery on the long, but 3 of the players died, and the rest of the survivors are going to compete for the A side right now. The Elza killed the Sebul, and the West killed the no-tick, so it's a 3 against 2 situation. Kyuloku and the with the M4A4 and the Waz and the Alsa both with the AWP are going to challenge the Winds and the CSA with the AK-47. The terrorists are... Oh, the Waz killed the CSA. The terrorists saw that they are unseenable. And the Winds has been killed by the West as well, so that was a ridiculous play, and the team 1 is winning their 6th round. The CSA is buying the AWP. The Winds with the Gallo is dropping one for the Seabull, and he's buying the AK-47 by himself. The Lukes meanwhile the Deagle, and the no-tick with the AK-47. The Vaz with the AWP, as well as the Alsa, as well as the Chomi. And the CSA is waiting for the gun-terrorists to advance, and it was the Alsa who died by the CSA's hands. And the terrorists are right now advancing for the B, and the West killed the Seabull, by the Winds killed the West, by the West killed the Winds by the Molotov. And the Lukes is advancing for the B, as well as the rest of his teammates, and there's a flash coming in, and the terrorists are going to plant the bomb very soon. And it's the Lukes who is planting the bomb, and it was the Kyuloku who received a great amount of damage of 76 by the CSA's AWP. And the grenade is hitting down the Siamanek for 23 health points, and the Kyuloku is putting on 7 health points. The CSA is taking down the Siamanek, and the Chomi is killing down the CSA, so that the counter-terrorist team is going to defuse the bomb very soon. And it was the Kyuloku who defused the bomb, and that's the 7th round for the team 1. And the team SimplyCS is right now calling for a timeout. Okay. So right now the timeout has ran out, and we may see that the Lukes and the Seabull and the Nautic are going to play with the Deagles, CC with the P250 as well as the Winds. And the terrorists are right now going fastly for the B. There is a smoke being thrown as well as the flash, and the terrorists are fast advancing for the B side. The Alsa missed the doors with the flash, but he's taking down the Seabull as well as the Winds. And he is challenging the Nautic as well. But the Lux is trying to run away from the Team SimplyCS from Team 1 players, and it's just the Lux right now alive. Show me with the AWP, also with the AWP, Q-Lock with the M4A4 and the CManic with the M41S. Lux is taking down the CManic in the tunnels. And he's seeking out for the Q-Lock as well. And the Lux is right now running away with the M41S in his hands. The Lux right now on the long is waiting with the M41S in his hands. We may see that there is the Lux on the long doors, the Alsa on the A side on the A ramp. There is a Chomi in the lower tunnel, and there is the Kyuloko as well on the top of the on the T ramp. Sorry, on the T ramp. So there is nothing interesting really going to happen. There is 15 seconds left, and we may see that there is just a Kyuloko slowly moving towards the Luke's position. But I don't really believe there is going to be a contact in this round. And so that the Team 1 is going to win their 8th round, and that's great for them. You may see that the Winds with the Nautic are slowly advancing through the long doors. And there is a Waz and the Kyuloku on the short right now. The Nautic has been hit by the Chomi for 76 health points through the wall. So that he needs to wait before he gets into another contact. There is a flash support that has been thrown by his teammates. And the Chomi is taking down the Nautic through the wall to the head with the AWP. The Sisei killed the Kyuloku right now. And the Chomi killed the Lukes. The Sisei killed the CManic as well as the Chomi, so it's a 2 against 2 situation. And the Was and the Alsa are both on the counterist side. And the Sisei picked up the bomb and he's going to plant it for the long right now. The Sisei has already 30 kills and he has 2.3 KD and still 138 ADR. That's ridiculous. Vince on the long right now has been killed by the West. And the Sisei is taking him down. It's just the outside the AWP right now, and the Sisei is heading for another ace. And the Alsa is taking the Sisei down. And the Alsa cannot make the defuse, so he is running to save his weapon. And so on, the team SimplyCS is winning this round, and it's going to be the first match point for the team SimplyCS. And the Sisei is full buying the AK-47, as well as the Lux is buying the SG-553. The Winds with the Mac-10, Sebul with the Galil, and the Nautic with the Deagle. Those are the weapons of the terrorists, and the Lux is throwing the flash for the long, and he is going for the top of the middle with the SG in his hands. The Chomi meanwhile on the long is holding from the top of the A ramp the long, and the Winds is throwing the smoke for a short. The grenade has been thrown for a shot and the Kuloku has been hit for some damage. And here is the Siemanek who killed the Lux and the Kuloku who killed the Sebel and the Siemanek killed the Nautic. Those were the beautiful headshots by the Siemanek that has been made. And it's the Sisei with the smoke for the counter respawn, and the Alsa is taking down the Sisei. So it's just the wins with the Mach 10 right now, 1 against 5. And the flash has been thrown and the Waz has been taken down by these wins. But the Chome is killing the wins from the city, and that's the 9th round for the team 1. There is another match point for the SimplyCS, and the SimplyCS players needs to go for an eco. And the Elsa is taking down the wins and the Nautic. And the team SimplyCS is losing another round. I'm sorry guys, I absolutely forgot about that. The round has started already. Sorry. The Waz is right now dropping the Molotov into the tunnels and he's throwing the grenade as well. And the team SimplyCS is right now playing with 3 AKs and 2 SGs in their hands. And they are waiting for the team 1 to make some mistakes so that they can actually get on the point. But the team 1 is showing us a great defense on this map. And it's pretty hard to break their defense. Alsa is throwing the smoke for the top of the tunnels. GG. Do not spoiler, guys. The Alsa with the AWP on the middle. There's a Caesar is throwing the smoke for the middle doors and he's advancing for the short right now. The Alsa meanwhile with the AWP is right on the corner of the middle. And the Caesar is advancing for the short. Alsa took down the Seabull. So it's a 4 against 5 right now for an advantage of the team 1. And the Sisei with the AK-47. The Luke's killed down the Siemanek, so it's 4 against 4. And the Sisei is right now going for the short, but the Molotov almost killed him. He survived on a single pixel. So there's a flash coming in, and the Sisei is taking down the Kuloku. And the Chomi is taking down the Sisei, and the Alsa killed the Nautic, but there is a plant coming in. And the Luke's killed the Alsa, and the Winds killed the Chomi. So it's a 2 against 1, and just the West right now alive. And the West has been killed by the Winds, and that's the 16th round for the team of the terrorists. And the team SimplyCS is winning this match. So that was the end for today's broadcast, guys. And thank you for watching. And I will probably start streaming by my own. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for watching, guys. And we are going to move. I'm going to turn off the stream and I'll probably start by my own stream. So thank you very much for watching and have a great night, guys. See ya.